to an earlier video I made not too long ago about using the T4i with an EyeFi card, or using an EyeFi card in a T4i. I had also shown a video using an EyeFi card in a 5D Mark III, and one of the neat features that you can do in a 5D Mark III is shoot a bunch of smaller sized JPEGs along with a RAW. But when you shoot with the T4i, and I'll just hit Q and I'm going to come over here to my image size, you have a choice of only RAW plus large JPEG if you want to shoot RAW plus large JPEG. Somebody had watched both videos and said, is there any way to get a smaller JPEG file size in the T4i's for sending over with the EyeFi cards? Because of course the EyeFi card allows you to beam that file directly to a smartphone or tablet. And for most purposes, the smaller the file, the better savings of battery life, the quicker that transfer, and the little less painful it is for everybody. You don't really need to be sending these large JPEGs across. You can do it, and it works. The transfer rates are quite good, but if you're concerned about battery life for your camera or your smartphone, the smaller the file, the faster the transfer, the less time the EyeFi card is working, the less impact you're going to see on battery life. So I was thinking about this, and there is another way. It does require a couple of extra steps. Let's start with the original way first, and that's the RAW plus large JPEG. And I'm just going to turn live view on, shoot this potted plant right here. I've taken a picture. I'm now going to press playback. So that is the image that I just took. I can press info to see its information. I can press Q to bring up the playback options, and I'm going to enable protection. And I have, with my EyeFi card, selective transfer on. I'm not going to talk more about that. It's in the other video if you want to know. But that basically means that only the pictures that I select are going to be transferred over. And, you know, a large JPEG, I just watched it over on the smartphone or the tablet. I have a Nexus sitting here. And, you know, it took less than 3 seconds to transfer, probably close to 2. So very quick. But if you want smaller file sizes to be transferred over, there is a way to do it. It's quite roundabout, but it is an option. You still have to shoot RAW plus large JPEG. But now, when you go into the playback menu and press Q, you do have the option down here of resize. So I'm going to take a different picture. I'm just going to lift it up a little bit. Take just a picture of the top so we know we're working with a slightly different file here. Press play, press Q, come down to resize, and now I can go to the right and choose to resize from medium, small JPEG, small 2, and small 3. And you can see small 3 is just 720 by 480. I'm going to choose that. It says, do you want to save as a new file? Okay. And it saved it as new file 1234. It's kind of convenient. And now if we hit play to get out of that, and we go one to the right, you can see that these two images look identical, but one, if we hit the info button again to get more information, one, we can see that this file size is 20 megabytes. This is the 1233. This is the image that we resized, and this was the result of the resize. This is the 1234, and it is 122 kilobytes. Pretty significant difference. I can now hit Q, enable protection on this, and I just watched that transfer. Literally, you didn't even see the bar move. It just blinked, and the file moved over. I mean, 122 kilobytes. That's a tiny, tiny file. So that works quite well if you're really concerned. It may be a little silly because there certainly is more work involved there. You have to go into that resize menu. You do still have to shoot the RAW plus large JPEG. But it's an option, and I wanted to put it out there for you. One other thing, I think when I was talking about the geotagging, I was a little misinformed and didn't explain it as well also. It's a new feature of the app. If you update your EyeFi app, it will now allow you to geotag your photos, and it does it in a smarter way than I thought. I thought when it moved it over, it would tag it with whatever location the smartphone was at the time that it transferred. No, that's dumb. I'm not sure why I thought that. It is much smarter than that. It looks at the clock time of your camera. It looks at the clock time of your app running on the smartphone or tablet, and it says, well, at 12:02 p.m. you were at X location. I'll tag it with that. So it doesn't have to be transferred near or at the place that you actually took the picture. It's smart enough to look at the time. And that's how it should work, and I'm glad it is working that way. If you have any questions about T4i's, EyeFi Cards, or anything that I just talked about in this video, or else, just give me a shout on the comments down below or over on the Facebook page. Thanks for watching.